Creating a new message. So far, we've only talked about reading and organizing mail. Now it's time to start writing some email. To create a new email message from the Home ribbon tab, we click New Email. The first thing we need to do is to decide which email address the email is going to be sent from. If I have more than one account added in Outlook, I can select the From button and choose which email account the message is going to be coming from. I'll click inside the To email to start addressing my email. I can start typing as much as or as little as I know about the email address. If I've sent or received an email from somebody, they'll show up in the autofill list. So I'll go ahead and I'll send an email to Dan French. He's my, if you notice when I typed the D, then I got all of the people like in my address book that I've been working with lately. So I'll go ahead and I'll click on Dan French. He's my instructional designer. And it pops up a dialog box in which I can select for a name or select it from the view. Once I click on the name in the view, as you noticed, then I needed to decide whether they're going to be added to the To field or the CC field. So I can CC, then if I want to CC like maybe Chris Gibbons, then I can see that I can select his name from this dialog box. And then I can begin to type in my subject. So I'll say HCA 105. And maybe I'll say module 16, which is the final module. So I'll say final exam. So I'll say, hi, Dan. Here are the notes for the HCA 105, module 16, final. And so that's basically how you can create an email. Notice that the text, I can shade it. I can make it bold. I could make the font size bigger if I'd like. I can change the color. I can do just about anything with the email message that, I want to. So, I can even add an attachment if I'd like. I can go ahead and say attach file. And if I want to browse this PC, I can go ahead and do that. Or I can select something that I have just recently worked on. So I can say browse this PC. And maybe I want to look at Mercy College. And maybe I want to go to HCA 105. And then I can select something from like maybe Module 12. And this is our OneDrive chapter. And then I can select and send something there. So I'll go ahead and select a lecture. And notice that it get attached. So you want to be careful about the size of the documents, because if the size of your attachment is very large, then that's the longer it will take to send your email. And in some cases, if it's too big, then you'll get a message that it can't send it at all. So, and those are a few things that you need to know about sending email and sending attachments. You could send the email right away by clicking the send button here if you'd like. Or if you'd like, you can save it as a draft, and that's by clicking on the save button here. And so if we click that, that'll save it into our drafts folder. And the drafts folder is there. And as you see, I have 10 things in my drafts folder. And then from there, then you can go back and continue to edit your email as you need it. So here's my email. I can continue to work on it if I want. And then I'll say, let me know if you have questions. And then I'll sign so on like that. So as I continue working, I could also click the pop out if I haven't already done so, and I think I have clicked the pop out window. I can also maximize the window if I want to make it a little bit bigger, and I can also minimize it. I can save it, as I said, so that it gets saved to a drafts folder. So, and I'll go ahead and I'll save this and see if it'll go over to our drafts folder. And then I'll go close out of this, and then I'll go to my drafts folder. So here I've located the document in my drafts folder. I can pop out, or I can discard it, or I can send it, or I can continue to work on it and say something like happy spring as well. And then I could send this email, but I won't send it because it's just not the time. This was just simply an overview to let you know how to create a new message using your Outlook.